Oh, sorry about that. I didn't have this light on. Welcome to Lori's DIY Life. This is Lori. Um, I made these in a video yesterday and I couldn't get them to look right on a card. And so I said, let me play around with different papers and stuff and see. And let me get some of this mess out of the way. I just couldn't really find anything that was making me happy with these. And I started thinking about it. And I thought maybe it's not the background papers and stuff. Maybe it's the actual flowers. And honestly, now I'm looking this white. Really just kind of is just kind of what I'm liking. Just a plain white. But anyways, I thought maybe these are just too what's the word I'm looking for? Sharp, too much. So I thought maybe what I need to do is give them some texture and some, something more to them. And so I've been thinking about what I want to do and what I want to try. And I thought, well, let me see if I can do this in a video. And so what I decided to do was just kind of take and get rid of some of the white. Okay, so but I don't want to do too much get rid of the white, if that makes sense. So I don't want it to be too much. So I'm gonna take this pink and I want to see what it's gonna look like on the paper. See, that's very, very light and you can barely see that. And it just might take something off to where it will make it a little bit easier. Now these are water-based, and so it's not quite so sharp looking, and I think I'm going to use this color for both of these two because it kind of will work with both of them. That's what I was hoping for. It might give them a little bit something to kind of tie them together. And then I want to do a little bit with the green. So I need to check and see if the green is too bright. See, that green's pretty bright. I'm gonna let me try this other green. Yeah, maybe. So let me do these leaves a little bit. Oops. And just get rid of the white and just so everything's not so dark looking. And I'm thinking that looks better. Okay. And then what I want to do is take some of the neatness away, right? Because it looks just like so neat. So maybe making a mistake. If I do, then I gotta do it over. Now what I gotta remember is the inks that I just used are water reactive. So I'm gonna turn these over and I'm gonna get them wet. And just kind of, I don't necessarily want to scrunch them all up, but you know, and being wet is gonna give them a little bit of, just to make it a little bit easier to kind of scrunch them a little bit and just to give them something, right? This is already working without me even doing anything, just from being wet. Just to give them a little bit of body, just to take some of that off of them. So I don't know that it's that important for the leaves, but I did need to get those flowers kind of done. And I think I'm on the right track. I think it's looking better. Okay. So I liked the white on this. And so I think what I'm going to do is maybe just get a piece of white paper and emboss it and go from there and see if maybe an embossing would be better than this die cut. So hold on, and I'm going to go find an embossing folder. I'll be right back. Okay, I don't have any embossing folders for a 6x6 card. So I'm gonna have to change the size of the card and either eliminate this or something else. But anyways, I figured I would use this embossing folder. I can't find the name of it. Ornate lace. Okay, so I need my paper the right size for the new card. So I need it to be 5x7, and that means I'm gonna go here for the 5. I didn't hold that down that much. Yeah. Now I need to do 7. And this paper is how many inches? 8 and a, not quite 8 and a quarter. Not quite 8 and a quarter. So I need to trim off 1 and about right there. And let's see what we got. Oh, still a little bit long, so I gotta cut off just a tiny bit more. I don't mind if it's a little bit short. As a matter of fact, I like them a little bit smaller. Um, and let's see, where's that card blank I had? I thought I had one out. Well, let's see. It's right at 7. Just about right at 5, but I'll need to trim it with this, right? So now I gotta figure out which plate I need on my switch to do an embossing folder. And of course I'm gonna have to trim it, right? Okay, so find out which one is in, which one is out. I don't know. There's some out. Yeah, I think this is the right side up. It's not really too concerning because it's, you know, single-sided sheet of paper. Now your question is, do you want to wet it so that it's easier? I'm gonna wet mine. A little bit on both sides. Mostly because I'm not real sure how my switch is gonna do. So I want to look in here. Embossing folders. Then let's intricate dies. It's not textured. I'm pretty sure I need to use this for embossing with Thinlits. 3D textured impressions. It shows just this, the folder, in one plate. Okay, so this, the folder, in one plate. And I'm gonna run it through, and let's see what happens. I'm gonna pause you while I do it. Okay, let's see how this works. Did it work? Because I haven't looked at it yet. Oh yeah, it did nicely. Yep, that's about how it looks. I didn't get none of this, though. I didn't get any of that. So that's all right. I'm still happy with it. Okay. This back up here, and this back up here, and this back up here. Get all my plates back where they belong. So how is that going to look? I'm still not sure about that. No, it's just too much. It's just too much. I don't know. That's too much. Still. I think the roses look better crumpled and all of that, but that doesn't work. It's still too much. Just too much. And I don't like to just do it. So simple and plain either. It seems just too plain. Boy. This is just really throwing me for a loop. I want to make it work really bad, but maybe I need one there, one here. Maybe that's all I need to do. Just, okay. I don't want to put it straight on the card though, even still, and I'm gonna try it though, because maybe that is all I need to do, just a simple let me see. I'm sorry. It is not 7 that way. It is 8 1/4 this way. So let's make this the 7 by taking 1 1/4 off. Oh, 1 1/4 off. 1 1/4 off. Okay, there's the 7. And now this needs to be 5. And there's the 5. Okay. So that'll just go in here. Maybe I need to do them both the same color. Okay. And then happy birthday. See, I love it. I just think they turned out so much better with that. Okay, I have another idea, so let's see if this works. Let's try a little bit of color blending, but we want to do it very mellow, right? Very soft. So I'm gonna just barely get some color in here. Okay, just barely. Okay, and a little bit of this pink. We might not even notice the difference in the colors. These colors are light. Oops. Come on. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so that's very, very light. And then maybe we need to go over the edges here. Here's some Plum Jam. This might mess it up, but we'll see what happens. Some Plum Jam. Yikes. In a little bit of Chinese red. The Plum Jam might need to be a little bit stronger in there, just a little bit better. I've been a little bit better with what's getting me to do it that much. There we go. Alright, now let's see if this will make sense. If we put the red one on the Plum Jam side. And the Plum Jam one on the red side. Okay, that looks a little rough right there. I'm getting a little bit worried about this. I'm afraid of putting too much, but I gotta smooth that out a little bit. Okay. Alright, that looks a little bit better anyways. Okay. So the red here. The purple here. Is that better? We could do this. Oh, there we go. Now I just need a sentiment. So hold on and let me look for that. Okay, I'm back. So I thought about it and I thought, I've got these that I got from the Say It With Style from Crafter's Companion that are already pre-made, and what a great way to use them. They're already made. Just bring them out. So it's just figuring out, and they aren't stamped perfectly, but these are not stamped perfectly either. That might be a little too much fancy. That one, this one. It might be alright. Okay. I think it's between these two. Kind of do like that one. I think this one. I don't know. Maybe this one. This one. I brought out some ribbons that I have. This is like a tape. a sticker, lacy sticker thing. I think that's maybe a flower, but the wrong kind of flower. I don't think so. I've got ribbon though. Are these the same ribbon? They look like they're the same ribbon. I think that will work. So let me, and then for here, I think I'll use some gems or some Nuvo drops. So let me cut, kind of like that it gives it a little bit of something more. So that would go there, and that would go there. And then this whole thing would go on there. And I think we have a card. And I think I'm happy with that. I think I like that. Okay, so what I want to do is see about where, like that, kind of right in the middle of this. So I'm just gonna run some, well, I thought I had. Let me try this tape. Not on the whole card, just on the backing. Just put some tape down. Put this about, I want to make sure it's kind of, I want to make sure it's sort of straight. So there. Get it on the line, and it's gonna go there. And that should be pretty straight. Okay. That doesn't look straight. That looks a better straight. Okay. So that works. And now I'm gonna put tape on this. Yep. I'm just getting it on. Does that look straight? Okay. And now these have to go on. This is going to be the hardest part. Just like that. Just like that. Okay, this goes in first. I'll stick some glue in there. Okay, I gotta get the glue to come out first. Okay. put this one down. Can you see that? Coming off the card because this card has to be mailed. Okay, this needs to go down. Yikes. Boy, I'm just being all kinds of clumsy right now, aren't I? This one goes down first. I want it kind of flat, but I don't want it too flat, where it takes away that crunch that I gave it, if you know what I mean. There we go. Okay. I think I'm liking this. I'm happy with that for what I started with not knowing. The only thing I'm not real sure about is this being so white. So what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of red to it and just get the edges so it looks a little bit more like the other. Straight. It's gotta be straight. Right? Let's get that straight. Okay. So there's that. Then we need a jewel or I don't have my new drops put away yet, but I've got that thing of ones already made. But I don't know where I put it to dry. It's here somewhere. Can't be underneath everything or it would be squashed and ruined by now. Let me just go ahead and do maybe the vintage. And yeah, not the vintage. Let's do, we don't want to go blue. The crystal drops. Morning dew, just white. Would that be too white? Oh boy, I don't know. I'm gonna do, I'll worry about using the blue, the purple with the red. That close. I'm worried about that. We have the green, vintage green. Okay, so, and I didn't make any of this color, so let me see how this one's gonna, I don't think I made any of this color. Ooh. Okay. Okay, please smooth out. It's pointy on the ends. Don't think I shook it. You can see it's a little pointy. Oh, that one's straightening out. This one just needs to now. But you see what I just did? I put the drops on wet, and I don't have it glued on the card yet. So, I'll have to come back and do that after they dry. I don't want to take a chance of having that all over and now it's ruined my card. Okay, so that's it, I think, for not knowing what I was going to do with them and not being able to figure it out. I think it turned out really good. I'm very happy with it. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. I hope you'll join me again. Don't forget, I got a swap coming at 200 subscribers. All right, thank you. Bye now.